Shut up and sit down.
10 lines on freedom fighters for kids, children, school students, and competitive exams in English. Set 1 is helpful for students of classes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1. Freedom fighters fought for the country's freedom and set us all free from the slavery of the Britishers. 2. The British East India Company ruled in India for over 200 years. 3. Many freedom fighters refused to use weapons against the Britishers and used protests and movements to revolt against the British. 4. The first true fight for the independence started with the Revolt of Independence in 1857. Although the revolt did not bring us freedom, it was the first time Indians from every part of the country assembled to fight against the British evil practices. 5. One of the cruelest attempts for the Britishers to stop the Indians from fighting back was the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. 6,000 of people, including children, were killed in an open fire. 7. After a century of bloodshed, sacrifices, and battles, India received its Swaraj, complete freedom, on August 15, 1947. 8. Due to our past leaders' sacrifices, we live in a sovereign, socialist, democratic, and independent country today. English East India Company came to India as traders but took away massive wealth, spices, and vegetables without paying taxes, which was the beginning of their reign. 9. Indians had no weapons when the Britishers captured India. However, even without training, Indians could get back to their motherland free from the reign of Britishers. 10. Many freedom fighters lost their lives while fighting for freedom, and they will always be remembered as heroes in our Indian history. Set 2 is helpful for students of classes 6, 7, and 8. 1. The freedom fighters helped raise awareness among people about the importance of freedoms and save ourselves from the British cruelty. 2. Various protests and meetings were arranged in open public places to raise awareness among people and raise their numbers to fight against colonial oppression. 3. Mahatma Gandhi was one of the great freedom fighters and was known as the father of the nation. He supported non-violence and protested against the cruelty of the Britishers. 4. He was the epitome of unity between the Indians and encouraged them to join hands against the British evil policies. 5. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is known as the father of the Constitution and is also the first Law Minister of India after independence. 6. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was one of the active freedom fighters who participated in both the Quit India movement and the civil disobedience movement along with Unified India. 7. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was an important part of India's freedom and formed the Indian National Army. He was a member of the Indian National Congress and was a violent fighter who fought bravely against the British. 8. Netaji was under house arrest by the British but somehow managed to escape. However, after a year of his escape on August 18, 1945, he died in a plane crash. Although his body was never found, people say that they have seen him after that date in many places. 9. Great Indian Struggle was a book written by him to explain the history of independence and the fighters' hardships against the British. 10. The Kakori conspiracy was conducted by the fighters Asfakullah Khan, Manmat Nath Gupta, Rajendra Lahari, Sachindra Bakshi, Ram Prasad Bismil, Roshan Singh, and Jogesh Chandra Chatterjee. Set 3 is helpful for students of classes 9, 10, 11, 12, and competitive exams. 1. The people of India do not forget the contribution of the freedom fighters. Hence, they dedicate an entire day of August 15, 1947, to celebrate the victory and sacrifice of the freedom fighters who lost their lives to make us free from the British oppression. 2. Bhagat Singh was another fearless patriotic leader who was hanged to death at a young age as he went against the British and committed several conflicts. 3. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was another great leader who fought bravely for the freedom of our country. He was also the first Prime Minister of India after its independence. 4. Jawaharlal Nehru and Mahatma Gandhi were both out in jail after the SALT Act, and once they were released, they jointly formed the Indian National Congress. 6. Lal Bahadur Shastri was an Indian freedom fighter who was also the second Prime Minister of India and contributed against the freedom movement. He also stood by Mahatma Gandhi to protest against the non cooperative movement of the SALT Act. He was imprisoned for 6 years after the Satyagraha movement. 6. One of the great freedom fighters who fought bravely against the Britishers was Jhansi Ki Rani, Lakshmi Bai, who has become an epitome of inspiration for the future generation. 7. Britishers made the farmers their slaves and tortured them to work for free. People used to die for hunger and under the rule of British. 8. The Indian items were sold in Britain with great profit, and the Indians were not paid to make them. This was when people went really angry at the Britishers. 9. The revolt of 1857 started because the Hindu soldiers were asked to use the hand-made bombs to tear with their mouth, made of the pig face. The soldiers who refused to do so were hanged to death. 10. Freedom fighters are an important part of our history, and we should respect them for their contribution to the freedom we enjoy today.